Hey, this is Russ. Back out on the street today. I have a couple new things to tell you guys. I bought a new seat. Yep, during Prime Day, Amazon Prime Day, there was a promo on a Bikeroo big seat. I'm a big guy, so I need a big seat. Anyways, the two most popular seats, it seems like, on the market happen to be the Bikeroo seat or the Cloud 9. Alright? Now, many of these big seats, they're wider. I'll show you a picture here. Show you the Cloud 9 as well. I bought the Bikeroo, but many of them have springs. Now, I put my old seat from my mountain bike on this bike for a very short time. And then I realized that one of the springs was actually broken. It was kind of out of kilter. So I always felt like I was leaning to one side, and I couldn't figure out why. And then it dawned on me, and I remembered. I go, oh yeah, many years ago, I broke this seat. Well, we're talking probably 15, 20 years ago, okay? So I couldn't use it. I put it back on my old mountain bike. And so I just used the stock seat from Rad Power Bikes. Now, most people will tell you that the Rad seat is not the greatest. Alright, I mean, it's okay. And I used it for, about 700 miles. But I always wanted one that was a little cushier. So the Bikeroo was on sale during Prime Day. And I don't remember what the price of that thing was. $29, $28, I don't know, something like that. So my sister gave me a $10 gift card. She says, use that towards whatever you want. And so with the discounts that was going on the seat, and with the $10 gift card, and with tax and everything, and 1 day shipping, it actually showed up in 1 day. I got the seat for like $16 and something cents. How could you beat that? You can't beat that. So I put it on. Now, I didn't buy the seat with the springs, and the reason is because after what happened with the last one with springs, I said, nah, I'm not doing springs again. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I ended up with what they call elastomers. Okay, what is this? Have we gone that? Yeah, we've gone down that path before. Looking around, trying to find new areas to go. And we'll just do some people's streets. How's that? So the elastomers is essentially rubber. Rubber springs. It's got a little bit of bounce, but it's really, this seat is designed for indoor bikes, meaning stationary bikes, okay? But they say you can use it for outdoors as well. I figured there's no reason why you can't use it for outdoors. It's just that you don't get the springiness of springs, which is what a lot of people want, okay? Now, I don't really care that much if I have suspension or whatever on the seat. I just don't want a hard seat. And so this Bikeroo, this oversized Bikeroo, somebody said on a forum, on a group, it's comically big. I'd agree. It's kind of funny looking, but I will tell you that thing feels really good. Feels good on my big butt. So yeah, I like it. I would recommend it. I don't know about the spring one. That's the one that most people buy. But I bought the one that has rubber. It's like rubbery spring things. I don't know if it helps any on that, really. Who knows? But the fact that it's cushier compared to the old seat, and the fact that it's wider than the old seat, a lot nicer. It is taller. So I found that I had to lower the seat post. You guys know that I was playing around with the seat post height before. And it's actually a little bit lower than I think I prefer. Putting on the seat, it brought it back up to the seat height that I actually like. But I had gotten used to the old height, and I can clear it a lot easier when I swing my leg over. I decided, well, I think I will just lower the seat back down. Okay, so where are we here? We can go back on this path here. Let's make sure there's no cars. There's not. So let's go back over here. So that's the first thing I wanted to tell you. Second thing I wanted to tell you is I actually made this nice video about how to get more voltage out of your 48 volt e-bike battery. You can get 54.2 volts. It's actually true, you do get 54.2 volts. And I made this whole video, was gonna release it on Thursday, but I don't know. There's a method to doing it, okay, where you charge it up to the full extent. So typically, I turn the battery off, take it off of the bike, and then charge it up until the charger shows a green light, okay, a red light and a green light. Well, I did that, and it was coming up to about 41 volts. So it wasn't really giving you a full 48 volts. But then, if you turn the switch to the on position, charge it up for another half hour, that brings you to, across the street here, that brings you to 54.2 volts consistently, okay? Which is more than the 48 volt level that they tell you. So I said, wow, we've got a hack. But here's the kicker. I did it again yesterday, and I decided to turn off the power. In other words, go back to the off position and measure again, back down to 41 volts, something like that. I was like, wait a minute. So if I turn it on, it's 54 something volts. If I turn it off, it says 41. So there's still juice coming out of your battery, even in the off position. But where I thought I was getting a lot more power at 54 volts on a 48 volt battery, why does it show 41 volts still when I turn it off? So which means if I didn't measure it at all, is it really 41 volts when I did the initial measurement, or is it really 54? The true value is 54. But what I want to do is I want to test it one more time before I release this video, because let's say I don't do that extra half hour of charge time, okay? The trick is to charge it up to its full till it turns green, okay? And it gives you like 41 volts when you do that. And then you turn on the battery, okay? You turn it back on. Then you charge it up for another half hour, and it brings it up to 54. But my question now is it really necessary? So in other words, I need to do one more measurement after bringing it up to 41 or so volts. Instead of giving it the extra half hour of charge time, just turn it on and measure it, okay? If it measures out 54, then that whole theory of getting more by charging an extra half hour goes out the window. So today, what I'm doing is just riding around trying to drain the battery down a little bit so I can do that test one more time. Now, if this thing actually does work, I'll make a video. All right. And these guys are actually working on the streets again here. And looks like they're pouring concrete or doing something. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I think that's what they're doing. Anyways, let's go down this path. We're going to have to walk across this again in order to get through to the other side, because the sidewalks are still messed up. Let's see what they've done, because I don't want to mess up their work here. Yeah, sidewalks are still messed up, so let's walk across. Now it's a pretty overcast day today. It was supposed to rain last night, but it did not. So I actually watered the grass this morning. Now I'm out and about. And it does threaten to rain, but it hasn't yet. All right, back on the bike. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, I got to test this theory out again to see if it actually truly gives us more by charging an extra half hour. I have a gut feeling that you don't need to do it. I think it actually does give you 54, even though it's a 48 volt battery. But we won't know for sure until I've tested it. Alright, we're gonna go down the tunnel here. It's kind of chilly today because it was supposed to rain, but it didn't. But that doesn't mean it's not cold. You know, the weather has been so weird lately. You know, you get cold in the morning, then hot in the afternoon. We hit into the 90s, and now we're not. So who knows what the weather is going to be like. Alright, you guys remember this path, right? I've been taking this a lot more lately. This one goes through the forest preserves. Lighting is a little different here because you get bright in the dark and the bright in the dark because the trees are kind of cutting out the sunlight. But it's mostly dark today because it's kind of really overcast today. So what else is new? Well, let me tell you a little bit about my knee. Okay. The last couple days riding on the bike early in the morning, my knee was still stiff. It usually is stiff in the morning, but exceptionally stiff. So let's go through this. So I don't know what was going on with that thing. But after riding for a little bit and moving it around, it loosens up. So I've been coming down this path because I've been trying to avoid the other one because of the construction on the streets to get there. But I did do it yesterday. Okay. They're eventually going to finish the paving of the street over there. So there's going to have fresh asphalt and everything like that. I really don't know if I want that splattering up on my bike. So, yeah. Now we can go through the forest preserve area here too. Just like everybody else. This bridge is really narrow. I think that's the most narrow bridge. So always got to be a little careful on that bridge. Now today I've been doing a combination of pedaling every now and then and throttling for the other. I'm not interested in the range today. I'm just trying to wear the battery down a little bit to do my test. Yeah, I really think that battery's gonna come out to 54 volts, even though it measures out at 41 volts when you turn it off. I don't think you need that extra half hour of charge, but we'll see. Now the theory behind it is if you turn the battery on, it allows more to go through to allow you to charge it to a higher voltage. Now that is possible. That is very well possible. Who knows? We'll see. You can try this yourself before I even make the video, but if you have a rad power bike, you can try that yourself, or you can wait for me. Give you the true information whether it really works or it doesn't. You don't want to blow up your battery. Now I think on this path they must have put some black tar down, because I can see like tire tread marks on it where people went through it while it was maybe still a little bit wet. That wasn't there before, so I don't think they repaved it. Maybe they just put some more black tar on it or something. I don't know. Now these asphalt guys will reseal it. Maybe that's what they did. I have no idea. All right. Coming up to crossing the street. The lady has hit the thing. Cars are slowing down. I don't know if they'll slow down for me, but we'll see. They did. Thank you. She did me a favor and hit the crosswalk thing. So she's pushing a baby stroller. So of course, if you're a car and you pass through it and you see a baby stroller, you're pretty low on the totem pole. But they stopped for her. They saw me coming, so they just waited for me. Well, I didn't pay attention, and the camera shut itself down again. Yeah, we only have 16 minutes before the camera shuts off. It's just the way my camera is, and it's designed to protect the image sensor. But again, since I keep turning it back on right away, it's not really helping the image sensor. So yeah, this is a little easier bike ride today. I'm just throttling most of it, I think, really. Pedaling some, but throttling most. Morning. Yeah, this path is a little bit easier. It's easier than doing streets because you're not paying attention to cars, but you got a lot of people on the path all the time. I think this actually has more than the one that we do where we go around in a circle sometimes. I don't know why. People must like walking in the actual shaded area of the forest preserve. Let me talk about riding in the morning. I was not really a morning person. Many of you might think I am because I ride so early in the morning. I think I started the whole morning thing because of this bike, trying to avoid the heat. It's going down here. I have to hit the brakes here, because otherwise you come down here way too fast. All right. So yeah, usually I'm not that much of a morning person, but I am finding that getting up early in the morning and doing this, I do have the rest of the day to do whatever I want to do. But I will tell you, there are times that I feel like, okay, I want to go back out on the bike. But I'm charging the battery because I've already drained out the battery, so I can't really go back on the bike. If I had a second battery, I would be able to do that. Okay. Because there are some days that, you know, even by time, say, 10, 11 o'clock rolls around, if you've ridden in the morning from, say, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, you could go back out again. And I know some people will just charge up the battery, and whatever it happens to be, they'll just take the battery and go out. You could do that. But I usually like charging it fully before I take it out again. Yeah, it seems to be people on the path today, but I know that there was more the other day that I was out here. If it's a little warmer, people will come out. Like I said, it is a little chilly today. So yeah, I'm really liking the seat as I'm trying it out. It doesn't seem to be as tiring, let's put it that way. The other seat is a little narrower, it's a little stiffer, although better than some seats. It wasn't too bad, but I knew it could be better. But yeah, this seat being so wide and so cushy. Now I read some of the reviews on the seat, and some people were saying that the seat broke too easily. And I can see why, because there's one bolt that's in the front, right by the nose of the saddle. And I guess it's connected and it's kind of made out of plastic in that area. So if that bolt tries to break free from bouncing around, you could crack that. But overall, the reviews have been pretty good for this seat, so I took the gamble. And like I said, it's $16-something, considering the extra $10 my sister gave me. Kind of hard to beat. Now, let me tell you about my wife. The day before Prime Day, she was saying that her bike, and she doesn't have an e-bike, she has a regular bike, and she's only been biking with me to go to grocery stores on Saturday or Sunday, and then she calls it a day after she does that. It's about 3 miles round trip, that's about it. But she's pedaling 100%. We're going up and down hills and stuff, so she's pretty tired out afterwards. But she was saying that her seat, her saddle, was marring her jeans, and the reason is because it's made out of some type of material. It's a Trek bike, it's a Trek seat. The material was, that thing's like 15-20 years old as well. Her bike is just as new as mine, my mountain bike, and it was kind of leaving marks on her pants. So she says, I would like to get a new seat. So I said, okay, we can do that. Stop here. So we looked online the day before Prime Day, and same thing, Bikeroo had a seat available that would fit her. At least we think so. It's about the same width of the seat that she has now. Bikeroo has several different models. So we ordered that, and she was able to get some type of discount on it. They had some type of promo going on. And she also said that the helmet that she had wasn't fitting her well. So she bought another helmet. And what else did she get? A new saddle, a new helmet. I don't know which one it was, but it also gave her a free rear view mirror. And and she also bought a cell phone holder for her bike. It's kind of like a case type. So she used one of the $50 gift cards I got from Rad Power Bikes, and from one of you subscribers or viewers who used the discount code for Rad Power Bikes. I gave that to her. So she got all that stuff for $50. That's a good deal. I think they were actually Prime Day deals, but were running before Prime Day. So we all got a bunch of stuff. Anyways, that's about all I wanted to tell you guys today. Testing out the seat, giving you my little review of the Bikeroo seat, and then also telling you about the battery. That's all I wanted to say. So I'll let you guys go. Appreciate you guys following along today, and I'll let you know how the battery came out, one way or the other. All right. If you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys next time.